The rain poured in thick silver sheets as Alexander Reed stepped into the upscale New York restaurant. His coat dripped onto the marble floor, but no one paid attention except for the group of men in tailored suits seated near the bar. Their laughter cut through the refined atmosphere, sharp as broken glass. "Look at this guy," one of them sneered. "Did someone forget to tell him the charity drive ended?" Another chuckled. "I swear, these types think they belong here just because they walk in." Alexander ignored them, his fingers tightening around the old envelope in his hand. The paper had yellowed over time, but the ink was as bold as the day it was written. The name on the front, Elena Carter, burned into his soul. They had no idea who he was. They had no idea that the man they mocked could buy this restaurant 100 times over. But Alexander wasn't there to prove a point. Not to them. Not tonight. He took a deep breath and slid into a quiet booth in the corner, the memories crashing down harder than the rain outside. 15 years earlier, a younger Alexander stood on a frozen sidewalk, his stomach aching with hunger. His clothes were tattered, his shoes worn to the soles. The world had turned its back on him, and he had no one except for her. Elena. She was the light in his darkness, the one person who had seen him for more than his misfortune. She had given him a place to sleep when he had none, shared what little she had, and told him time and again, "You are more than this, Alex. I know it." But then she was gone. Disappeared without a word. No warning, no explanation. Just gone. For years, he had searched. For years, he had tried to find out what had happened to the only person who had ever truly believed in him. And for years, all he found was silence. Until last week, when a lawyer appeared at his door with a letter. Elena's letter. Her last letter. Present day. Alexander's hands trembled as he unfolded the letter once more. "Alex," it began, "if you're reading this, then I am gone. And I hate that I left without telling you the truth." His heartbeat pounded. "The truth? I never abandoned you. I never wanted to leave. I was taken." His breath caught. The room blurred around him. "They didn't want me near you. They knew who you were before you did. And they knew if I stayed, you would find out too soon." A chill ran down his spine. "Alex, you were never meant to be homeless. You were never meant to suffer. There is your fortune hidden from you. Your family. They have spent years making sure you never discovered the truth." Alexander gritted his teeth. He had spent years climbing his way out of the abyss, building an empire from nothing, never knowing there had been another path. "I tried to stop them. I tried to fight. And I paid the price. But I need you to know this: everything they took from you can still be yours. The answers are waiting. But you have to be willing to look where they never wanted you to." The letter ended with an address. A single address that could change everything. Back in the restaurant, the men at the bar were still laughing, still ignorant of the storm brewing in the corner booth. Alexander folded the letter, tucking it back into his pocket. His heart no longer pounded with grief. It burned with something else. Determination. They had stolen his past. They had stolen her. But they would not steal his future. He rose from the booth, throwing a crisp $100 bill on the table. As he walked past the men who had mocked him, he stopped just for a moment. Then he smiled. "Gentlemen," he said smoothly, "I do hope you enjoy your evening. It might be your last one without regret." And with that, he stepped into the rain toward the address that would unravel every secret they had tried so hard to bury. Final twist, the beginning of something greater. The letter was just the first breadcrumb. Elena's death had been no accident. And Alexander was about to uncover something far bigger than lost wealth. Something that could bring down an empire, or build a new one.